everyone, it's Christine. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm foregoing the usual intro that I do because I am hoping to jump right into the KonMari method today and knock out a bunch of categories. The first category that I'm planning on getting started with is books and papers. I'm actually combining those two categories because I don't have a lot of books. And then as far as papers go, at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of 2015, I actually had decluttered a lot of my papers. So I'm hoping there isn't a lot in that category, but you never know, it's 8 months later, so there may be more than I expected. And then after that, I'm going to be doing a few more categories today. So let's just get started. Alright, so I have wrangled up all the books that I could find and papers and even magazines here. I also have a lot more. I didn't include like sentimental papers and like yearbooks and old journals, that kind of stuff, because I feel like that's more of the sentimental category, which is going to take a lot longer for me. These are more like, as far as like my papers go, it's old like utility bill receipts and like receipts, regular receipts and tax information and that kind of stuff. And my books are just like cookbooks and miscellaneous like personal development books, old like notebooks that I have. I did go through, when I was trying to find books and stuff, I did go through old totes of like things that had sentimental stuff in it, and I did pull out some old books from there that, whereas I have like a whole tote in my garage full of like old paperwork, like old papers from school and just like old like cards or notes and stuff from friends. So that stuff is going to come later, more towards the sentimental category. I couldn't remember where in the book that kind of stuff falls, like old like notes and stuff. I feel like it's more the sentimental category. Whereas this kind of stuff is just like more utility things in books. So I'm going to get started. In this bin, or this box right here, has a lot of, it's like actually filed paperwork, and it has like my tax information and like stuff that would more likely need to be shredded if I did dispose of it. And in the book, she talks about only having 3 categories of paperwork, which is, she breaks it down into like needs immediate attention, and then she has like keep permanently, I can't remember off the top of my head, but she has three files, and everything is to be contained in one of those 3 files. Because she doesn't see the point of having multiple categories for similar items, which I totally understand, so I'm going to go through these things. The only thing that I might keep categorized is like my tax information, which I know for a fact that I can get rid of a lot of my tax information. I have my taxes filed all the way from 2007, so that's what, 8 years worth of taxes. And if I saw correctly on the IRS website, you only have to keep your tax information for 3 to 4 years. So I can definitely get rid of at least 3 to 4 years worth of tax information, like tax stuff. So this file folder is jam-packed, so it'll be something to go through. I also pulled out, where is it at? This binder right here, this huge binder, has all of my manuals for all kinds of stuff, and I probably don't even have half of this stuff anymore, but it's one of those things you see on Pinterest and you're like, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Put all of your stuff into file folders and organize it that way, which it is really nice and organized, but she talks about discarding your user manuals and your warranties because usually after a year your warranties are no longer valid unless you have like extended warranties. But she says that when it comes to your like user manuals and that kind of thing, rarely do you ever reference it. And if you do need to reference it, it's something you can typically find online. So there's no point of keeping it. So I'll be going through this as well. It's huge. And, you know, you gotta love Pinterest to get all these ideas, which it is a good idea, but it's been sitting in a cabinet, rarely ever been used. So I'm gonna get started. I think I'm gonna start with books because I don't really have a whole lot of books. And we'll move on to paperwork. So I'm going through some of these papers and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know even what it goes to on some of these things. I wonder if I have a smaller binder. Okay. Actually, I might put it in here. Oh wait. I need to focus. Because this is one thing she talks about. So I'm trying to organize as I declutter, and this is something that she talks about in her book. She talks about like the reason why she makes you gather all of your things and from all areas of your house is if you go room by room and try to declutter and organize in one room, then you get to another room and you find more of the same items. And when you're decluttering room by room, you more focus on decluttering so that you have enough room for that, like, to fit in a space. So like you're trying to reorganize as you declutter, whereas you need to declutter everything first, then reorganize. And I just caught myself doing that just right now. So I was going through my manuals binder and I realized I had gotten rid of a bunch, and I am keeping a few even though she says to throw them away. Like our Keurig one we need to use because there's something as in regards to our maintenance that we need to look up, and also there's a few other manuals in here that have to do with maintenance that we need to keep. So I had pared them down and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could put them in a smaller binder. And then I caught myself. I was like, wait, I shouldn't be doing that right now. I need to do that after I'm completely done with the decluttering process. So caught myself there. So I'm going to stop that. I'm actually going to put the binder back that I was going to use. And I'm going to focus and finish on decluttering the rest of this stuff versus trying to reorganize at the same time. Alright, so I have officially completed organizing, or decluttering, I mean, my papers and my books. This is all the stuff that I'm keeping. Most of it is books and notebooks, and then there's actually some empty binders over here, and I emptied out some of these like magazine holders, and then I accidentally pulled this magazine holder out, and it actually happened to have a lot of office supplies, which I am doing a whole category of that later on in a couple weeks. But I was able, this whole pile right here is all recycling. I had a bunch of magazines. For some reason, I get 17 magazine and I'm not even subscribed to it, but it has my name on it and my address. So I don't know who sent me 17 magazine or subscribed me to it, but I'm not getting charged for it. I read it and then it just kind of sits there. And then Better Homes and Garden, I asked for it for as a birthday gift, and I have enjoyed it. But I think going forward, if I were to ask for like a gift like that, I would probably ask for it in a form of like digital so that I could have it on my iPad. Those right there are books that I plan to donate and get rid of. And then this right here is all paperwork that I need to shred or like get shredded. I personally do not have a shredder, so I'm going to have to see if my bank offers like shredding of people's personal paperwork, and then or see when like I know our community, like the city sometimes does it where they like allow you to bring paperwork and shred it and stuff, so I have to find out when that is. And then this stuff is all just like trash that was somehow mixed in with paperwork. So I feel pretty good. I was able, in this box, a lot of this paperwork came from there. A lot of it is like student loan paperwork, which I don't really need. It's literally every month they send me the same exact thing. And it doesn't always necessarily have to do with like making a student loan payment. It's just like random information they like send you. And a long time ago I used to think it was like super important to keep all that stuff. So that's why there's like three file folders filled with just like student loan information, which not all of it was of importance. So gotta get that shredded and stuff. And then feel pretty good. The next category I'm going to be doing is, so the next category we'll be doing, since we're done with books and paper, is CDs, DVDs, and also VHS. If you believe it, I still have VHS, and I still have a VHS player. So the next category we'll do is that. If you've enjoyed these videos or enjoy my series of the KonMari method, please subscribe, like this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, see ya. Bye.